Hey there, this is the One Boom, and you're watching a DLC map review. Welcome to Parliament. Enjoy the video. Alright, so as always, I'm going to start this off with a number rating, and this map gets a 5 out of 10. Similar to Skyrise, but for different reasons. If those two numbers are good enough for you, feel free to back out now. If you want to know why I give it a 5 out of 10, stick around. As for the layout of this map, there's a lot of choke points, a lot of areas that you can't really exo through like you can on other maps. It's not an open map by any means. It's got two open sides between these choke points, which are two hallways, one middle room, and I'm pretty sure that's it, but you can shimmy your way around the boat and get onto the B flag area, which isn't really a choke point, but it's a good flank route, and it's also a good line of sight to the rest of the map. Choke points are good because people most likely will have to come through them at some point. The enemies will funnel through a choke point pretty much every match. And on this map, there is a small door above the large middle room, and there are two hallways on each side of the middle room. And that creates kind of a decent flow. In theory, you should be able to watch each choke point, each lane, each hallway, each door, and just make sure they don't get through. And they only have about 4 ways to get through unless they take the 5th way, which is the flank route through the B flag area. And that's all fine and dandy, and I do really enjoy that, like extremely. Like I do believe that Advanced Warfare maps should be bigger and have choke points, because right now they're mostly small and open, and I'm not a huge fan of that. With that being said, though, we have to get into the spawns. The spawns are absolutely awful. For instance, some of the choke points actually count as spawn areas. So I guess this does kind of eliminate the, the ability to spawn trap people, but it also eliminates map control completely. You can have all your teammates strategically placed in or outside of these choke points, making sure nobody gets through. But then you can kill someone and they'll spawn in one of these choke points aimed at you. Or just spawn directly behind you. Now, sometimes they'll spawn in the B area, which is totally fine. But sometimes they'll spawn in the B area where they can quickly jump up on a platform and kill you. So let's say you're back A and you're watching all the checkpoints. Wow, sorry, I always keep saying checkpoints. All the choke points, and you keep watching all the choke points, and you kill somebody coming through the left hallway. They can spawn in the B area, get up on top of a platform, and gun you down out of your spawn due to the spawn logic on this map. That is the only area that isn't a choke point other than the safe spawn areas. They should have done, and this is at least my opinion. Maybe some of you guys like the chaos of Advanced Warfare, but what I think they could have done to prevent the clusterfunk feeling is put one of these flank routes on each side of the map and on the corners of each map, so you have safe spawn areas, or at least like a lower level that's completely useless except for spawning there. Because I think they want to make people not be spawn trapped, and that's totally cool, but it also should reward, the game should reward players for locking down an area if they need to. So if I move through a hallway and kill someone and they spawn behind me and they charge at me from behind that hallway, it doesn't really motivate me to want to play the map. As far as the color and aesthetics and the sounds, it's got the rain sound down, it's got the cool dreary London weather, it has all of that down. Except for one thing, we're in London. The architecture and the buildings in London are absolutely brilliant, and just making us have to fight on this weird like aircraft carrier battleship thing outside of like the beautiful architecture and buildings and stuff, I really can't stand that, honestly. It's like seems really lazy. Let's render in all these cool buildings and designs on the outside of the map, but you have to put in an ugly ass ship. Don't like that. So although the aesthetics are good for what it is, but the map would have been way cooler if we could just play inside of buildings in the city. That would have been way cooler. But I guess for what the map is, it is aesthetically pleasing, even though the ship is kind of an eyesore. So the next question is it fun? I guess fun is subjective in the sense that you could really like, crazy cluster action where everybody's spawning everywhere, or you could like more controlled action where you control how the map goes by your positioning. But I really don't think either of those are accommodated here. I honestly think it's a weird mix between people spawning behind you or you're getting spawn trapped. And it is not really a fair or fun map in my opinion. It is my least favorite out of the DLC, and that's why it's my last review, and I've been delaying it here. Not only have I been busy with my own life here, but also I just couldn't get a feel of this map, and then I realized what it is. Good lanes, good choke points, really, really bad spawn flow. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this map review. Let me know what you think of this map down in the comment section below. I know there's some controversy over it, and it doesn't get voted for a lot when I play it in the mosh pit. So anyway, that's it for the long goodbye, and yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye!